It was like an adrenaline roller coaster trip. It was fantastic. Absolutely amazing.
Nice.
I will always say that I was absolutely honoured to be part of that journey. I was in the right time in the right place. And I was working with some people that I will still, to this day, take my lessons on in business. I had some great masters, some great visionaries, some great mentors. And Hans Snook, who was probably the best visionary that I've ever met in my life and worked with in my life, and probably one of my biggest mentors and somebody who I still look up to. So wherever you are now, Hans, I think you're amazing. You've changed a lot of people's lives. He had this, he worked with Lai Kai-shing, and they decided that they were going to create something that the industry needed and people needed. And they were going to build a product where people could connect no matter who they were. So it was all about being able to connect with people in a wireless world. It was a very futuristic vision. There was, we've built the first digital network. It was all analog at that point. So that was a whole big issue on its own. And the industry basically hated it because it was big competition. All of a sudden, this new entrant was coming in, and, they called Hans a new-aged hippie in the newspapers. And they said, well, who is this guy coming in? It's never going to happen. Vodafone had the market sewed up. And who's going to want to pay for a mobile phone over 3 or 4 years? Because the commercial model was, again, total disruptive idea and technology, was to give people the opportunity to be able to pay for it, because to be able to have the device itself was so expensive. So Orange was the first company that actually launched the pay by monthly 24 and pay for your phone off over a period of time. How do we give it to the public? How do we get everybody to be able to have this phone and be able to connect with people no matter what? And that was what was slated in the market. And all the finance, all the financiers and all the city basically said the commercial model was an absolute pile of poo. Nobody would be buying into something for 3 or 4 years. Nobody would be interested